Morning. I'm John Hudson, pastor of the Pilgrim United Church of Christ in Sherburne, Massachusetts, and the writer of Spiritually Speaking, a weekly newspaper column for Gannett Media. And I welcome you to another of my twice weekly video essays with thoughts about how all of us can lean into and get through these strange and amazing days. Lately, I find myself doing something, saying something to almost every person in my life, everyone, every time I see them. It's an inquiry, a question, a check-in that can seem like an innocuous query, a social nicety, and yet in asking it now, in this pandemic time, it feels like there is so much more at stake when I speak just one short sentence, just one phrase to another child of God. How are you? How are you? Or its less formal cousin, how you doing? How you doing? And so I asked this of the clerk at Shaw's Grocery Supermarket, who bags my groceries, and the drive-through woman at Dunkin' Donuts, who gives me my coffee, and I ask it of the police officer who sits in his cruiser in the church parking lot. How are you? You doing okay? How's your family? And I ask these questions, too, of those most close to me, my mom in our every other day check-in, and the 8th grade kids I teach in our Zoom confirmation class on Sunday nights, and my brother as we sit 8 feet apart on his back patio. How are you? Yes, I used to ask this to almost as many folks pre-pandemic as I do now, and yet the answer to these simple questions carry more weight somehow now, and I'd say when we ask them, show more care, real care for another person. Because, of course, their response, well, now it may actually go beyond the polite response, I'm good. Now we may hear, well, I lost my job, or my dad's in a nursing home and I worry about him every single day, or I'm scared when I have to go to work and be exposed to so many people, or my cousin is sick with the virus and in the hospital. Will you pray for him? How are you? Now, when we ask this of another, when we are asked this, it matters, friends. It really matters. It shows that we care deeply about someone else, that yes, they care deeply about us too. It recognizes that the challenges we now face in this world, sickness and sadness and risk, and just getting through another day at times, this is shared by all of us now. How are you? Says, I care. I really want to know how you are, and will you listen to me as I share my condition right now too? It reminds me of a quote by a Scottish congregational pastor from the late 1800s, Ian Maclaren, who famously said, let us be kind to one another, for most of us is fighting a hard battle. True then, true now, true always. Most of us at one time or another, and maybe more so in this time, we are fighting a hard battle. So finally, just be kind. Kind. So this day, how are you? And this day, whom will you ask, how you doing? Know this one truth. By asking, by answering that question, we are letting another person know, a stranger, a neighbor, a friend, a loved one, that we care about them, that we do care about how they are, and that they deserve kindness. Kindness, for we are all fighting some kinds of battle. Thanks for joining me. Our church offers worship every Sunday morning on this Facebook page at 9:50, and we invite you to join us then. Take care, and I pray that you and your loved ones, that all of us, that we can keep the faith. Be well, stay safe, and God bless all of us, and God bless our world.